Hi guys, so this one's called Determination and Motivation to Come Off Lithium Carbonate. Now I haven't really planned this one, so we'll just see where it goes. But I think from the moment I started taking psychiatric medication, I knew that I didn't want to stay on it. I knew that it was something that if I could at all help it, I would come off it, when I could. That it wasn't going to be me for the rest of my life like this, And in the evenings when I took it, there were times when I could try and forget about it. But most evenings when I took my medication, I kind of felt like I was taking something that that wasn't good for me, that wasn't right for my body, that surely I could live without this thing, that surely I could be stable without medication. And wouldn't that be so much better? And then I remember near the beginning talking to different people who had friends or family or relatives or loved ones that had bipolar or some mental health issues, and they took lithium. And some of them had already died, some of them were really ill, and often, they'd be quite young in their 70s, and I'd be like, I don't want to die when I'm 70. We're in the year 2000s here, and I'd like to live till over 90 if possible. I mean, my granny died at 96. My great granny on my French side died the year before she was 100. And so we've got some long livers in my family. And I want to be one of those long livers. I want to make the most of my life. And I just felt like each time I took lithium, I was kind of degenerating, like my body faster than it needed to be. And then, there's people that talk about how it can really harm your kidneys, and that's why every 3 to 6 months you get your blood tested to check your kidney function. And my grandpa had to go on dialysis, but that was more relating to diabetes, and that stopping him from his kidneys from functioning well. But I just thought, I want my kidneys to be healthy on the inside. I want my organs to do what they need to do to keep me well. And the more that I was on lithium, the more I felt like I was going kind of downhill, and I had less energy, and I just felt like there was this kind of imminent thing that I had to do. I always felt like I had to kind of come off this drug. So for me, like, keeping up the motivation wasn't difficult. I just knew it was something that I had to do in my life. So, like, whenever I could, I'd bring up conversations with my husband, and I'd keep up that track, and I'd be determined, and I'd find a new way to discuss it and talk about it, or find a new way to, okay, well, how am I going to come off it? That didn't work, this didn't work, what am I going to try next? Are you ready for this? Maybe there'll be another moment of instability. Are we ready for that? What can we put into place so that it could be a bit smoother or easier? So for me, motivation wasn't difficult at all. But I could see that some of you guys out there, you might just be taking your medication and just kind of trying to forget that you ever do it, and it's just something that's part of your life, and you just do it anyway, and you don't really think about the consequences. And for me, I always felt like, well, it can't be natural, it can't be good for me, it can't be healthy for me to be taking this salt that is kind of taking me off balance, physically, and with whatever it does in here. I wanted to make sure that I was living kind of naturally and healthily, and and, you know, in a calm way, that I didn't need drugs to do that for me. Hello. It's a stink bug that's crawling all over my camera. Say hello. Yeah. So do you need extra motivation and determination to help you find like a new way forward, or a way to change medication to something that's better for you, or to reduce the lithium a little bit if you feel like that's possible for you? Because, yeah, it feels so different without, and I know the difference now between the two, and living without medication is much calmer, a relief. I don't feel like every day I'm slowly damaging myself on the inside. You know, my skin has improved, my eyes are clearing up, I can feel and sense things on the inside in ways that I couldn't before. Yeah, so have a think about that. Are you just trying to put it aside and forget about it, or is it something that you want to do? Is it a drive for you to come off medication and to find another way to be healthy and stable and have a good mental health? You know, there's other ways to do it. It doesn't always have to be medication. And I would say that seek professional advice if it's something that you'd like to do, and go ahead with, because just doing it on your own isn't necessarily the best thing for anyone. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next film.